Is China now overtaking America? A leaked Pentagon report claims that China is rapidly advancing on multiple fronts: military, technology, economy, EVs, AI, solar panels, rare earth minerals, information warfare, and global influence. And if this is true, then the big question is America really losing its global dominance, or is this just an exaggerated claim? Let's analyze this in detail through these 5 points. And what is your opinion on this entire analysis? Comment below. I will pin the best response. First, what did the Pentagon leak report say? A classified assessment, which later surfaced as a leak, describes China not just as a regional competitor, but as a long-term strategic rival. The report claims that China has been rapidly accelerating military modernization over the past 10 to 15 years, such as hypersonic missiles, naval expansion, cyber warfare units, and space-based defense systems. Some sections also suggest that if this pace continues, the global power balance could shift in the coming decades, and the United States' traditional dominance may face a real challenge for the first time. Second, how did China protect itself from the Gulf oil crisis? Considering the constant instability and risk of oil supply disruption in the Gulf region, China began diversifying its energy strategy quite early. China realized that becoming fully dependent on Middle East oil could be risky in the long term. Therefore, it increased energy deals with Russia, expanded oil and gas investments in Central Asia and Africa, and also built strategic reserves. The biggest shift was that China aggressively invested in renewable energy, solar, wind, and hydro, to gradually reduce fossil fuel dependency. This strategy has largely insulated it from shocks like a Gulf oil crisis. Third, China's advantage in EVs, AI, solar panels, and rare earths. Today, China has become a global leader in several future technologies. In electric vehicles, EVs, China is not only the largest manufacturer, but also has strong control over the battery supply chain. In solar panel production, China's dominance is so strong that the majority of global supply comes from there. China has also developed AI and surveillance technology on a massive scale, especially in smart cities, facial recognition, and data-driven governance systems. The most strategic advantage lies in rare earth minerals, critical for smartphones, EVs, missiles, and advanced electronics. China's near monopoly over processing and supply chains of these minerals gives it a very strong position in the global tech race. Fourth, the Trump-Xi meeting and the Taiwan issue. As we all know, meetings between Trump and Xi have always focused on trade wars and economic tensions. But in recent years, the Taiwan issue has become the most sensitive geopolitical flashpoint. China considers Taiwan part of its territory, while the United States supports it as a strategic, democratic partner. Because of this, it is no longer just a regional dispute, but the most dangerous point of US-China rivalry. Military exercises, naval patrols, and diplomatic warnings are continuously increasing this tension. Experts believe that the Taiwan issue could become the biggest risk of direct confrontation between the two countries in the future. Fifth, is America really falling behind, or is this being exaggerated? This question is not as simple as it seems. Some analysts believe that China's rise is real, especially in manufacturing, infrastructure, and technology scaling. However, on the other hand, the United States is still far ahead in global finance, military alliances such as NATO, cutting-edge innovation, and the software ecosystem. The real picture is not one of decline versus rise, but rather a new multipolar world where no single superpower will remain completely dominant. So the question is not whether America is collapsing or China is winning, but how the future global order will be reshaped in terms of balance and competition. There are different opinions among people regarding the leaked Pentagon report, but after this entire analysis, one thing is clear. Competition between China and America is not over yet. China is rapidly strengthening its position in manufacturing, EVs, solar energy, and supply chains. Meanwhile, the United States is still the world's biggest power center in finance, military alliances, and innovation. The real picture is not decline or collapse, but a shifting global order moving toward a multipolar system. Now, the question is not who is completely ahead, but how the global power balance will reshape in the next 10 to 20 years. According to you, who will be the real superpower in the next 10 to 20 years, China or America? Please comment below.